Hey everyone, this is Nick from Mecha Warehouse, even if it doesn't look like me. And this is weekly update number 62. And let's just jump right into it with week in review so I can talk about this. So first up, we did the charity stream on Sunday on the 26th. It went well. We raised over $5,000. We fell short of the goal, but we did, okay. It was great to do a good thing for Shriners Hospitals for Children. We raised a bunch of money. In fact, the donation link is still up, so if you feel compelled to donate, it'll be down in the description. It should be up until the end of the year at the very least. So if you happen to, come into some more money or something, or didn't get a chance to donate before, your donation would be very much appreciated. But the whole beard thing came out of one individual, Carlos. He had already donated like $500 to Shriners through our charity stream, and he asked me during the stream how much it would cost to shave my beard in terms of donation, and so I managed to get $1,000 out of him for Shriners, and the only cost being my dignity. I mean my beard. So I shaved that off last night. Made sure the kids were there so that way they wouldn't be like shocked in the morning.
Okay.
I suppose it will be someday. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm cold. I'm sad. I can't wait for it to grow back, but I guess it was for a good cause. So thanks, Carlos, for the donation. And I don't know. I might hold a grudge for a little while because of this, but it is what it is. The other aspect of this, we had someone else in the 11th hour offer to donate $1,000 matching up to $1,000 in donations. In order to reach that, we still need a little bit more in terms of donations. So I think we need $57.79. I think it was $47.79. I want to say was what the donation was at when he offered that. We are well on our way there. We're, I think, past the halfway point towards the $1,000 for that match. He will match it if we raise that money before the end of the year, though. So if you can help us get that last few $100s, that means we'll end up with another whole $1,000 for the charity, which would be, obviously awesome. If you're not aware, Shriners Hospital is basically a completely donation-run entity, and they do all sorts of great things for kids. The Boston hospital, where I've been with my son, my youngest burnt his hands 2 years ago, probably almost to the day, maybe a couple days ago, 2 years ago. He burnt them on the glass front to a gas fireplace, and they were bad burns. I think they were like second-degree burns. He lost a lot of skin on his hands. We ended up going down twice a week, every other day or so, for dressing changes and to get them looked at and taken care of for like a month and a half. All of that ended up costing us nothing because Shriners provides care regardless of the patient's ability to pay. And I thought through all of that I, being as grateful as I was about all that if I could do anything for them in the future, I would. And what better way to do that than help raise money to help the next kid that needs care. So if you happen, like I said before, the link will be down in the description below. If you see this before the end of the year and you have a few dollars left to give, I believe they're tax creditable, whatever donations. So, please donate if you can. Next subject, spotlight submissions. So just in case anybody isn't aware, we post on our social media all the time, and we like to spotlight builds and projects from people. And if you're interested in that, we'll put the link down in the description below as well. The queue is getting a little bit empty. We've got a bunch from a few individuals, but I like to try to spread out builds from the same person over multiple weeks rather than have someone take over the entire social for a week or two. But if you have a cool build, especially a custom build or something you painted that you're particularly proud of, submit it at that link, and we would love to give you a shout out in one of our future posts on Instagram and Facebook, Twitter, and all that good stuff. And then finally, the one other thing I want to talk about today is that my time seems to be opening up. I was so busy going through October, November. I was totally slammed, extremely busy. Didn't have a chance to do nearly anything. I was just fighting fires left and right, trying to keep things going and avoid, grinding to a halt. And now that we've got Patrick here and Santana doing the video stuff and some of the social media stuff now full time for me, I now seem to have a lot more time on my hands. Not necessarily to the point of being bored, but having the ability to decide what to do next and think about what projects I want to do next. So that's really cool. It's helping a lot, I think, around here, because we've been able to make some more improvements on various aspects of warehouse operations and things like that. And I'll be looking forward into the next year, looking at things like inventory management, our next warehouse. We're expanding the warehouse here to get more space, updating some of our bin systems, doing more content, possibly doing a third video each week, or at least a series of videos, things like that. And I'm really, really looking forward to all that, because it means that the warehouse is growing. I'll be able to put energy into building the business instead of just working in it and keeping things going day to day, which is ultimately what my goal was in kind of hiring more and expanding the team. So that's good to see that kind of work out. So with all that said, though, let's move on to the next subject, which is pre-orders. We have pre-orders up again. We have 5 new pre-orders were posted this week. First up, though, is our beanie. So we're doing a limited edition Mecha beanie. Comes in both gray or black, and it's got a woven patch version of the logo on the front. I don't have any to hold here because I don't have any samples, but they are on the website. We're only making 50 of each color. This will be your only chance to get one. I don't know when or if we will ever do another run in the future, but if you like beanies, you need to keep your head warm, and you like Mecha Warehouse, now's your chance to grab one. They're $25, and should be good. They're being manufactured by a company, a local here in New Hampshire for us. We also added 4 kits. We added our first kit from a company called Orange Cat Industries. So the first one is the EXCRER. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's kind of weird cased / coat from Orange Cat Industries. It's kind of interesting looking design. It's got, it looks almost like chibi, like SD-like proportions, but I think it's a larger kit than that based on the price tag. That, or it's really expensive for what it is, but I think it's a larger kit, but kind of chibi-like, and it's kind of cool looking. We also got 3 kits from Kotobukiya added to pre-orders this week. The MSG Variable Frame System 01, Garuda Gear, Beluga, kind of a really sleek, like flyer type design. Hexagear Early Governor Volume 1 Jungle Type, which I think is a reprint. I'm not entirely sure, but because it's being produced by Kotobukiya and the way they do that, we are offering it, since it's the first time we're getting it, as a pre-order. And then finally, Knights of Sidonia Tsugumori, another like aerial flyer kind of design. In fact, I think when I was looking at listings before we turned them on, I double took and had to go double check, because it looks very similar in a lot of ways to that variable frame system that I was talking about before. So all those are up for pre-order. We of course have a ton of other pre-orders up as well, and should hopefully be adding some more early into the next year. So hopefully those are coming soon. But that's it for pre-orders this week. Let's move on to restocks. We've got another huge set of restocks this week. Mostly non-Gundam stuff, but a lot of really cool kits. So let's jump into that. We're going to start off with some Pokemon stuff. The Reshiram, I think that's how you pronounce it. Interesting bird Pokemon thing. We've got another Eevee. This is the Eevee Sleeping Pose, Eevee Quick. And this one's got to go on the Dings and Dents cart. We also got the Rayquaza. So, I don't know, some sort of dragon type Pokemon, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if these were original ones or not. I don't remember them, so they must be after the ones when I was a kid. We've got a couple master grades. Master grades are always good. Master grade Barbatos, we had these in like a week ago. We didn't get that many then. I think we got a little bit more this time. They sold out pretty quick. We also got the master grade Justice in. Not a ton of these as well, so I expect them to go pretty quick. So if you want one, I wouldn't wait super long on that. We got a handful, tons of other things actually, not even a handful. Some Star Blazers, aka Battleship Yamato. So, I don't know what this one, the Dusela the third. Interesting looking design. We got a bunch of 30-minute sister stuff in and some 30-minute missions. Just grabbed one of those. Representative option part set 6, customize heads. So if you're looking for alternate heads for your 30-minute missions stuff, we got some options there. Some very interesting looking design. And 30-minute sisters, we also got the Lucy, something like that. So another 30-minute sisters kit in stock now. Other Gundam stuff we got, finally, the Wing Gundam Zero SDEX. I think we've been waiting on these since like June, I think was when they were supposed to come in originally, a long time back, but they're finally here. So those pre-orders have been shipped out. We got in some more of the Zaku 2 Revive, which should be a pretty solid kit here. Basically Char Zaku number 234, so it's recent and should be a solid kit. Unlike the other one we got in, which was the HGUC 40, this is the kit that people ask me if I've ever been disappointed by a kit or didn't like a kit. This was probably the one kit I didn't like because it's just, compared to modern high grades, it's not very good. We only got a few of these in. If you want one, we got them. I wouldn't recommend it personally, unless you want a kit that you got to put a lot of work into. We also got the Mandalorian Beskar Armor silver coating version in finally, so we've got those in. These should be pretty cool because of the Beskar armor, and just adding that coat to it is pretty cool. We've also got some other non-Gundam mecha type kits. One is the Big Tony from Sakugan. So another kind of cool looking design here, something a little bit different. This looks like it'd be a very interesting design with the kind of tank treads and arms. Just very, very different. It looks really cool though. I might want to build one of those at some point. We got a pair of the Regan Leafs in. This is from 86. Another like almost spider mecha kind of design. We've got the Shin-Use as well as the Raiden Theo-Use. I think they've got different armaments, but it's the same base design, so kind of cool. Because we do have one other Gundam. This is the Wukong Impulse Gundam DX set. Another one of these SD Gundam World Heroes. Kind of funky looking designs. If you're into those, we got another Ultraman kit, Ultraman Suit Zoffy Action. So if you're into Ultraman, might be worth a look. I don't know much about those kits, but the people that are into them seem to be really into them. We've got another AMAM kit of the Warriors of the Borderline, the Miles Kenbu. So I think this is our third AMAM kit that we now have in stock, which is cool. So you can get all, I think they're all three in stock right now, actually. And Santana just died. So we're now hiring. And finally, I think the one other one I have over here is the War Greymon Figurize Standard Kit. This is the non-amplified version. We've got had the War Greymon amplified, which is a more mecha type design. So if you're more into the original Digimon look, those might be good for you. And I think that's it for kits. Like I said, there's a few other accessory packs and stuff for 30-minute sisters that we got as well. I haven't been grabbing all the accessory packs because it's just a lot of stuff. And so I think that's all we've got for restocks today. So let's move on finally to Q&A. So Q&A, this is the part where I answer questions from you, our audience. So if you have a question you would like to ask, whether it be about me, Mecha Warehouse, Gunpla, business, whatever it is, I'll be more than happy to try to answer it. Post that comment down post that question down in the comments below, and I will try to answer it next time. So the one question we got this week was from Roy Mustang. Have you ever had a kit that has been sold out for so long that you removed it from your catalog? I've been waiting for the Nirvash Type Zero, Eureka 7 to come in ever since I started buying kits from you. I can get it from other vendors, but would prefer to give you the money. So the answer to that question, I believe, is no. I don't think we've ever removed something because we didn't think it was coming back. Any kit that comes back around, we plan to restock. there have been a handful of things that we have taken off because we don't plan on getting them, and those are usually tools and accessories, I think, or some paints, things that didn't sell very well and just are not worth stocking. Things like kits that only come around occasionally are pretty much always worth getting, especially if it's been a long time, because somebody is, especially because it's been a long time, will probably be interested in it. But things that we have discontinued, for example, was a line of anniversary paints from Mr. Color, for example. They didn't sell super well. We've only got a few of them. I think we've removed them all from stock at this point, and we don't plan on carrying them again. I think where they were the 40th anniversary, they're probably not being produced again, so we won't see those again. Another example is we're planning on removing the PG beam sabers that we get from Delphi. They're manufactured by some other company, but there have been a lot of negative reviews on those products. The molding on the beam saber blades is generally not very good, and it just seems like no one has liked them as far as I can tell. The master grade beam sabers seem to be decent. No one's really complained about those, but we're going to stop carrying the PG beam sabers because why sell something that everybody's going to hate or not really like? I guess if you are the exception to that rule and you got one and you liked it, let me know, because is it something I should keep carrying? But the plan currently is to discontinue those. So anyway, that's all I have for questions this week. Again, if you have a question, post it down in the comments. I'll answer it next time. And otherwise, I'll see you all next year. Happy New Year. I hope you have a safe and happy New Year. And see you then. Later.